Welcome to a very special Kocosports Fantasy Wrestling Game Report number 6, I think. This is the Martin of Fantasy Wrestling Reports. Alright, we have bad, and some good news. Good news is we decided to add one expansion team. Bad news is that even though... Oh, first off, we got to pre-warn people. This is not for the masses. This show is basically directed to people that are in our fantasy wrestling league. So if you're finding this by mistake, we do apologize. Just like, comment, subscribe, and we'll forgive you. And there's tons of channels, tons of videos on the channel that are for the masses. This is like directed to a certain group of people, and we probably could make the podcast just for those certain types of people, but that means we'd have to be smart and know how to direct it just to them. And does anyone really know how YouTube really works? Last time I checked, something with elves and magic. Alright, so those that are part of the Fantasy League, welcome. We have tons of bad news and some good news. The good news is we have an expansion. Good news is it's free agents. Good news, it's trades. Good news, Robin, the Dungeon Master Forsaken are joining us. Bad news is the internet inventory. We decided, hey, you know what? It's free agent time. Let's go to the blog in masses. That's right. Our server, ran by hamsters, crashed. I like to blame fantasy wrestling for that. That's what I do. So, free agents were actually supposed to start today and yesterday. If you got your stuff in, cool. We'll still count it, but no one did because you guys crashed the server. You're like, what? Free agents? Boom. Thank you. But, so we decided we are starting free agents and trades right now, right today. The only way you could do it is by putting comments down on this video. They'll be time-stamped. If you have a trade, you obviously both teams have to agree upon it. And free agents, after we read off the expansion team, anyone is available that isn't on a team already. You can ask questions down in the comments. Forsaken, Ewok, and other, and maybe even Rob, will try to answer any questions like this guy's on this roster, is this guy available? We'll do all that fun stuff. Maybe in the comments in the description we could list the teams, and we'll also put the standings later. So basically we're making this video our home for free agency period. Now, since we kind of screwed the pooch by deciding to have hamster power servers, what we are going to do is we're going to give you the full week for free agency and trades. We're going to give you the full week of free agency and trades. It will be timestamped. We will pay attention to this video. And with that said, next Saturday, do we have a drop dead time, Dungeon Master? When's the drop dead time for next Saturday as far as free agencies go?
It's definitely going to be before WrestleMania. I want to say Saturday around 9 p.m.
Right.
Central Time.
Saturday, 9 p.m. Central Time. Now, this week, none of the free agents and trades will count. Everything will be finalized that last day. And if we're not too busy, we will try to have a fantasy wrestling report to give the rosters. And if we are too busy, we'll definitely do it after WrestleMania, because I imagine this week we are going to have so many WrestleMania shows. We're like, which WrestleMania font is your favorite? A 17-hour podcast on that. So we plan on doing a lot of WrestleMania shows. So we figured, hey, everyone's going to come back for WrestleMania season. This is a good time to have a free agent period. So I think I described the free agent period good, the trades. Do you think there's anything we need to add, Dungeon Master Forsaken?
Yeah, just let's try not to overdo it. Like, okay, you have like a Zack Ryder. You're not going to trade him up for like a John Cena. I mean, right now it's a lot of those kind of people, like the big talent is already gone already. You have to pay attention to who's got what, But and if you need to, if anybody's got any questions about it, I've actually got a list of all the team members with the roster picks on my notebook. So in case anybody needs to know.
And I just messaged Ewok, and I told Ewok to send me a list of the teams, and we will try to put them in the description and in the comment section. Same thing with the standings, as who knows when we find that hamster that escaped from running our server. All right, let's go to the expansion team. We were planning on doing 2, but we said, you know what, let's just do 1 for now, and Rob is sending us notes. I hereby release Rey Mysterio, Carmella, Pickup, Leva Bates, and Yuha Nation. All right, you got to put it in the comments. You got to put it in the comments, Rob.
I just did, you monster.
No, the YouTube comments so the whole world can see it.
Why
Not a
would you
secret
read it
chat.
out loud then before I can?
Well, we're not officially, you know. We're not like the Nixon administration. We're just making stuff up. Oh yeah, I went political and topical.
There we go. All right, I did it. It's there. I put it out. No one got it. It's in. I get them right.
I don't know. Me and the Dungeon Master and Ewok will get together and see if your shenanigans count.
I'm in there. No, I see it. I'm in there. Yes, get the fuck off my team, Rey Mysterio.
Going absolutely crazy for something I don't know if anyone wants. You're like, that pile of poop is mine! All right, let's...
I made you think I was going to drop everyone but Daniel Bryan. Never the plan.
All right, first off, you told me and Forsaken that off air. Rob,
I swerved you too.
Rob, we're about to put you in fantasy wrestling jail. Let's talk expansion teams. The expansion team goes to Joshua Green, We're Not Worthy, and it'll be Alex Riley, R-Truth, Darren Young, Matt Hardy, and Dana Brooke. So that is his team. It is an expansion team.
Dana Brooke has already been picked by Eric Young.
All right. You know what, Joshua Green? We thought you were professional. We give you an expansion team, and you just straight up steal someone else's. All right, so obviously his free agents have to start now. So you have a 4-man team with no women. All right, so we'll definitely fix that problem. Nothing like not reading the roster before we go on the air. All right, so we have free agents. We have an expansion team. We will be having more expansion teams. One more. We just thought we'd figure out when to give that expansion team. So, yep, congratulations. We Are Not Worthy. You are a new team. And the good thing about getting an expansion team is we haven't decided yet, me, Ewok, Forsaken, and I guess Rob, if he has any input whatsoever besides wanting Yuha Nation. We haven't decided what gives a team next year. But we definitely have to be pickier because we were overwhelmed with teams. And then there's a lot of people that are inactive, and it's like, oh, we turned away 60 people, and you're giving up on your team. So we haven't come up with that. We'll save that for the end of the year. So congratulations on your expansion team. Let's see.
You know what? Why don't we in the last part of the year have an elimination part where people in the bottom half of the rankings start going head to head with each other and getting eliminated from not going into the next season?
It's a possibility. It's not a bad idea. We'll keep those ideas on the board, but we'll put out pictures of something.
We'll put out pictures of them with like a big loser stamp hitting on their forehead as they're all eliminated. And it's like you're eliminated.
Let's be honest. Are they losers if they're eliminated from fantasy wrestling? I mean, I won last year's championship, and I don't know if I would be classified as a winner.
It was close. I mean, it was because Roman Reigns was injured, and you picked up 5 points extra.
And it was a crazy week for the internet title. The internet title switched hands like 76 fucking times, and at the end of the day, Fighting Kangaroo, Dolph Ziggler walks out with the title. So really excited about that. From former Fighting Kangaroo to active Fighting Kangaroo. So very exciting.
Yeah, Market Garden, he wasn't exactly thrilled with that decision because it wasn't a gauntlet match.
Let me explain what we do with the decision. We've decided a long time ago we are cowards and we're not going to make the decision. Same thing with Dream. Anyone who follows Dream, the first thing we did was hire Terry Funk to make all decisions because that's the brave thing to do. When it comes to controversial stuff such as a gauntlet match, such as the match being changed midway by Kane or Teddy Long, we go off WWE.com and ImpactWrestling.com's official results.
Yeah.
And WWE.com's official results counted each one as a single match. So that's what we go with. So, like, if you're like, oh my god, this is controversial, we don't know what we're going to do, we, as cowards, are going to pass the buck to WWE.com. And WWE.com, in the way they labeled the matches, they didn't label it as Dolph Ziggler won, one big match. They labeled it as every match was a separate match. And here's the thing. With WWE.com and ImpactWrestling.com making the final decisions, it kind of makes our job easier. It's kind of like we pass the buck. It's like, well, we understand your complaints, but that's the way it's listed. And we just decided that a long time ago because deep down inside, I'm a coward. So
yeah, it would have been the exact same way I would have counted it myself if it was just me like it was last year. I would have done it basically the same way as it got counted this time. So I mean, I agree with the decision of basically passed around like a hot potato on SmackDown.
Yep, yeah, and out of that, but even though like the internet title was made to be passed around, Dean Ambrose this year is the longest Kocosports internet champion ever. He surpassed everyone last year with his title run. So congratulations on him. Who was some of the people it got passed around to before it landed on fighting Kangaroo Dolph Ziggler?
Well, it went from Dean Ambrose to Luke Harper, then to Daniel Bryan, then to Dolph Ziggler. So a lot of 2 extra teams got 5 points out of that. That was Rob's team and Luke Harper. I think it was MrTheKings.
Who's in second?
Harper. Dave is in second place right now.
And who's first?
Oh, Luke Harper is by Stairway to Zeppelin. He got the 5 points out of that. So
good for him. But we're about to hit standings next, so we don't have to ask. Like Rob's like, who's in 37th?
I'm just planning my rise to greatness now that Uha's on the team. Uha!
Well, it's not official till next Saturday.
It's official. Uha!
Rob, did you co-host the show only to fucking try to jump in front of the line for everyone in free agents?
No, I co-hosted the show because you and I were about to do another thing, and you're like, you want to do this? And I was like, okay.
Whoa, you kayfabe breaking motherfucker.
I'm just saying, don't throw me under the bus, man. Don't throw me under the bus. I'll drag you with me.
I got feelings. All right. So we did free agents. We did trades. We did expansion teams. The expansion team still needs another women. We're going to do everything here online just because, congratulations, we broke another server. Yeah! Now, let's hit the standings. I'm going to hot tag the Dungeon Master Forsaken. Dungeon Master.
Yes, sir.
Read the points and the standings. Go.
All right. Well, we got my team in there with 40 points, Team Dragonfly. And
how does it always feel to be in first place in the beginning of the year and then it just crumble all around you?
It's already about to crumble. You don't want to know why? Because you're in second place with 35 points. I mean, you're just 5 points behind me again, like it was catch up, cat and mouse last year at the end of the year. So it's already getting close.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and followed by Rob's team, the Turkeymaniacs, with 32 points, just 3 points behind Dave.
That's pretty much all Daniel Bryan too. Now that Uha and Leva Bates are on the team, buddy, Blue Pants is coming.
Here's my question, Mr. Rob. When you drafted Daniel Bryan, no one knew when he was returning.
I kept saying he was. You
kept saying CM Punk was returning too. All right, so just you calm down with your fucking bold predictions.
He's returning to the UFC.
He's never been to the UFC.
I said he'd come back to a ring. He's back in a ring.
He's in an octagon.
It's a big ring with 8 sides. It's 2 rings at once.
Moving on. The
Moving on.
Turkeymaniacs, a.k.a. the Lucky Maniacs. Go on.
See, we got Stairway to Zeppelins, the Golden Turtles with 28 points. And we got the local competitors, 26 points. Followed by Mr. the King with 25 points. Followed by Ewok's own Wicket's Retaliation, tied up with 24 points.
Hold on. I gotta call Ewok out on this. Ewok, you gotta have some heart, baby. You're like in the middle of the pack. Last time I talked to Ewok, he's like, "Oh, can I just blow up my team? I got no chance of winning." You're in the middle of the pack. If you were the Brutal Brits or the Fabulous Ebirds, you might have a point, but you know, your guy wins double points at Mania. Oh, by the way, WrestleMania will be double points. Your guy, you win double points at Mania. You're in first place. Ewok, have some heart, baby. If last year's rise to the top for the Kocosports Fighting Kangaroos didn't show you that chemistry, heart, and teamwork wins a championship, Ewok, you'll just never learn. Never give up, Ewok. Never give up. Ever. There you go. Believe.
Yeah. He's got 2 of his competitors at Mania. He's got Paige and AJ Lee both in a tag match at Mania. That's
like 8,000 points. Okay, that number might be off.
By about 7,000. Anyway,
it's a lot of points. That's the point there, mathematician. All right. Boom Boom. By the way, he's on pace to give me 2 care packages when the first care package didn't even fucking arrive.
He didn't even send it.
Yeah, he's still gathering it together, isn't he?
Yeah, and then there'll be a second one. Will he? This is the question, the comment, the question of the night. All right, because I know there's going to be a lot of free agent talk down in the chat. At least I hope there is. I know there's going to be a lot of trade talk down in the chat, or at least I hope there is. Down in the comments. This is the question tonight that has nothing to do with free agents or trades. What are the odds that Boom Boom will owe me a second care package before he even sends the first? Like, will he definitely, will the season end and be like, now you owe me 2 care packages? Or do you think Boom Boom mans up and eventually sends me the care package? By the way, he knew he owed me a care package since December. Some people just don't take their fantasy wrestling bets obligations seriously. All right.
Maybe he's just waiting and he's going to send you the world's largest Reese's cup.
That would be awesome. Yeah, someone on Twitter, hold on, I got to check out Twitter. Someone on Twitter asked me what my birthday was and has a big thing. I definitely have to respond to that. All right, context is everything. A big box of Reese's peanut butter cups. Yeah, he's showing a picture. He's like, "When's your birthday?" All right, my birthday's September. It's at Thomas_A. There you go. Oh yeah. Woohoo! All right. We're on Unlished Jobbers.
No, we're tied up right now with Wicket's Retaliation, the Boom Boom's team, the Screaming Antelopes, and Unlished Jobbers, all with 24 points. So they're right behind Mr. the King. It's gonna get close.
Hold on. I just have to give mad props to fucking someone right now.
All right.
Ewok sent us a roster with X's. It has the WWE, NXT, and TNA roster, men and women, with X's across of who has already been picked.
Nice.
Ewok, I'm sorry I ever doubted you, your fantasy team. I'm sorry I threw you under the bus. That is by far the greatest thing I've ever seen. So we'll definitely have all this information. Yeah, dude. Everyone give Ewok a Barry Horowitz. Holy crap.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's a Barry Horowitz if you give it to someone else. Or do you just walk up to him and pat yourself on the back and you're like, that's for you?
There you go. Right. I mean, he's actually confident enough in his team. He's not up for trying to drop anybody and pick somebody else up. He's confident. He
That's
says
what I'm
he's keeping
talking
his
about.
team.
Just go with your team. Go with it. That's what brought Kocosports the trophy last year.
Yeah.
As
Exactly.
I'm already planning on ditching one of my female competitors. Like, go with your team. Believe in your team. By the way, thank you. Good luck in your future endeavors. I'm gonna probably wait a couple days just so that I don't fucking I'm gonna let the dust settle, and I'm like, all right, this is who I'm going with. But I'm so happy because I went with Kong instead of Samoa Joe. I was gonna go with Samoa Joe, and then I was like, I better go with Kong because then she's my female wrestler and I can cut the other one. And dude, out of nowhere, they're like, Samoa Joe's cut. I'm like, or not cut, but quit, whatever. Oh,
Yeah.
Unlished Jobbers has 24. Go ahead, hot tag back to the Dungeon Master.
Let's see. We got followed by the Diez Kingdom with 22 points.
And he had the number one pick overall.
Yeah, he did. He kept it. John Cena. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying they're the Boston Red Sox and I'm the Yankees, or they're the Yankees and I'm the Boston Red Sox, but I stay up at night wondering who do I want to beat more, the Screaming Antelopes or the Diez Kingdom. That's what I dream about. That's my true goal in fantasy wrestling. Go ahead.
All right. Let's see. We got Along The Watchtower, Lennox Watterson with 20 points. And we got Team Heel ATP with 18 points. And I always have trouble.
Dena Na.
Yeah, there we go. 15 points. The Bond Rangers with tied up with Please Don't Own Me, Brah with 14 points. That's Fran Yelly's team, by the way.
Yeah.
And we got iJapan's Muta Bears with 10 points.
Oh, shit, it's going down. I forgot. iJapan told me to message him when he can get Yuhan Nation.
Uh-oh. Too late, buddy.
I say it's a fight to the death between iJapan and Rob. Rob, this is a good fight to the death. Rob, former military, don't know what he looks like besides seeing him on camera, but he looks like he's a scrapper. Very pretty face, so I don't know how much he's been hit in the face. Versus iJapan.
I know how to block.
I block with my face. And iJapan is a very giant Japanese man, tattooed gentleman that looks like the type of guy that could punch a hole through your chest. Can we book it? Winner gets Yuhan Nation.
Who's on his roster?
I don't know, but he originally wanted all Japan staff, and he was like, even if he wanted to get like, who was it? He wanted to get Yamato, Tanahashi, Okada. I'm like, they're not going to get you points. He's like, I don't care. He's like, I love Japan. I'm like, all right, iJapan, gotcha. I know. What has he got? He's got the Great Sonata. He's got Kenta.
I'll trade him Uha
Nikki
for
Bella.
Kenta.
He's got Brock, Nikki Bella, and I don't know who the last person is.
It's Nikki Bella.
Yep.
Oh.
I think he does. I could be wrong. This is going off my punch-drunk memory. We'll have it all down there. And then
I'll trade him Uha Nation for Nikki Bella.
The expansion team, he lost his team and got it back. The greatest name ever. We have some great names like the Fighting Kangaroos, the Golden Turtles, the local competitors, but nothing beats the Fabulous E-Birds for a name. I'm glad he got one of the expansion teams. Way to go, Fabulous E-Birds with 8. And in last place, I'll let you have the honors.
Well, the last two places, we got Fabulous E-Birds with 8 points and the Brutal Brits with 6 points.
Yeah, stuff's not going so good for the Brutal Brits.
No, not at all.
And I think that, he goes back home and people just laugh at him. Not only that, but he has the Brits in there. I'm pretty sure the UK is not happy about that situation. We'll have to ask Ewok. I mean,
he's going to make a big comeback soon.
I don't know. It depends who he picks up at free agents. So, there you go. Well, if you pick up the right guy, I think if you pick up the guy who wins the ladder match, that's like instant, you're turned your season around. You know what I mean? So,
okay.
Go ahead.
I'm thinking, what's a nice thing I could do? And you know what? I've decided what it is. I will hereby retract my request for Uha Nation. So iJapan.
Are you afraid iJapan is going to punch you in the chest?
Yo, hey, I'm playing smart, but I also realized, shit, you made me lose focus on. Damn it, Dave.
Sorry, well, let's do that all in the comments, you little weasel. You're like Bobby the Brain. You're the Bobby the Brain Heenan of.
I'm typing while I think.
Sports.
I type while I think, man.
All right, type away. Joshua Green asks, "Is Brooke Tessmacher available from TNA?"
Brooke, I don't think she has been picked. No.
All right, well, looks like she's the expansion team girl.
You got can you read off his expansion team again? Because I didn't get it.
Oh, I want to punch you right in the nuts. Hold on. Do you think that ever happens, like on SportsCenter?
All I got was Alex Riley, I think, and that was about it.
Oh, here we go. Alex Riley.
Okay.
R-Truth.
R-Truth.
Darren Young.
Darren. Okay.
Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy.
Brooke Tessmacher. And Matt Hardy might be a good pick if we add Ring of Honor in the future.
Wait, he got R-Truth?
Yeah, he has R-Truth in the expansion draft.
Yep.
Damn it.
You had a chance to scoop. You were too busy with Uha Nation and Blue Pants.
I was in the middle of typing that I was dropping. I was gonna let iJapan have Uha to get R-Truth.
Yeah, you do love R-Truth.
I'll trade. Hey, I'll trade you Adrian Neville for R-Truth.
Oh shit. Well, Joshua Green, you have your first trade. Type that in, by the way. You're very unprofessional. We have one rule.
I
type it in the comments.
It's all getting
and he's just screaming.
It's all getting typed in.
Right.
I type while I speak. I'm mentally retarded. Don't judge me.
Sorry. All right. So, Internet Infantry, thank you for crashing our site. Forsaken, thank you for running this. Ewok, thank you for being absolutely awesome. If it wasn't for Ewok and Forsaken and it was just on me, I would have probably walked away. I'd have been like, trophies for everyone, I'm going home.
Probably about trying to keep track of the Royal Rumble.
So, there you go. And we have... original teams. All right, so Ewok is on the freaking ball with this. So hopefully Ewok's putting this in the comments. If not, we will definitely put it there. So, way to go. Yeah, so a lot of teams, for the first time in forever, have more females. There's a lot of teams with multiple females. So we also have the expansion team. We'll add the expansion team, and we'll start going with that. So
you wanna start with the expansion team as far as keeping track of points starting Monday night?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
And we will have another expansion team. We just don't know when. And then the next expansion team will definitely be our last. And we do consider Reese's Peanut Butter Cups currency. That's what we found out.
We will always take them.
No. Here's the best. Okay, I'm being silly here. None of this is true because sometimes when it comes to the internet, you have to say you're being fucking an asshole and using sarcasm. But like in the NFL, you have to pay a certain price to be an expansion team. I think in FWL you need so many Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. You're like, listen, we really want to give you an expansion team, but the price to get in as an expansion team is 8 million peanut butter cups.
Dave also likes boxes of macaroni and cheese.
Yes, Kraft. With the cheap cheese, not the. Do you know Kraft? Obviously, because you live in America. But when people send me care packages, and I love you guys, thank you so much for sending me care packages. People that send me care packages, I always ask for different salad dressings. Ask for Reese's Peanut Butter Cups always first, and macaroni and cheese. But I didn't know macaroni and cheese. Sometimes Kraft has real melty cheese in it. I'm like, no, I want the powder stuff. I want to just know that I'm taking years off my life for that cheesiness.
And it's delicious.
Oh man, we got a lot of comments.
Oh yeah,
They're mostly me.
That. Mostly Rob. All right.
Yes.
Let's see what we got here.
I
Ewoks.
was typing everything.
All right, I'm here, guys. I just want to say I'm keeping my team. Oh, Ewoks keeping the team. I already opened the chilled champagne, ready to celebrate Josh as the newest expansion team. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What did Ewok give spoilers? Did Ewok give motherfucking spoilers? Ewok,
Wow. Yeah,
no.
he did.
You're not getting my book for free anymore. Ewok will be like, can you believe at the end of the book the ship sinks? I've noticed that your site has crashed. Damn those hamsters. Very true. Dave, I'll swap Big E for Ziggler? No. Brian or Reigns? What? Did Ewok just fucking drinks too much Ewok beer? Is Ewok drunk? Whoa! I love Big E, but who's doing that? At least you could have. If you're gonna fuck me, at least pretend you're not fucking me. Be like, hey, how about Ryback? You're going for the guy who the franchise was built around. Yes. I'm gonna give Captain Kangaroo Dolph Ziggler. You're drunk, sir.
Ziggler, Brian, or Reigns. He's okay with any of those for Big E.
There you go.
You're killing me, buddy.
And it's all.
And Rob has decided he's going to do a transcript of everything he ever said on the podcast, also in there. Forsaken,
keep saying type
you Weasley little son of a gun. It says I'm dropping Neville and Rosa Mendez, and Joshua Green's picking up Neville, so that means you have to drop someone.
No, I beat him too, Neville. He knows. We're already moved on. We're discussing trading our truth in Neville post-Mania.
Well, I looked at the comment, the posting of it.
Ewok says, I have heart. Dave, are you putting down any trades? All right, here's my trades. I'm willing to listen, but I'm kind of, I like my team. I'm not a big trader of teams. My one female not named Awesome Kong. Who do I have? Damn, it's the Irish turned rocker turned rich bitch.
You have Becky Lynch.
Yeah, Becky Lynch is on the trading block, but I'm gonna keep it real. Most likely she's gonna be cut by the end of the week. But Ryback is on the trading block. I think Ryback's a good point getter, but I just don't like him. He's not a fighting kangaroo deep down inside. But then again, when him and Ziggler were teaming up, that was nice.
Wait.
The fighting kangaroos.
Dave,
so
you and I need to talk.
Block, but I want to hear fair stuff. Don't be like, I'll give you Big E. Like
Dave.
Yeah.
Dave. I'll give you Leva Bates.
No.
I can trade you Victor. That's for sure.
Listen. On draft day, the Fighting Kangaroos booed me out of the building for picking up the wrong Uso. They booed me out of the building for not getting Gail Kim. I owe it to the millions of Fighting Kangaroo fans to make sure that I put them in the best position to win a championship. Dream, I can throw in anything I want because it's my dream. But as a fantasy wrestling returning champion owner, I owe it to the millions. I've been listening to them on Twitter. You know how pissed off that we went with the other Uso brother? Do you know how pissed off they are that we lost out on Gail Kim? Do you know how pissed off they are that Dean Ambrose basically walked away? They are so angry with me. But I told them. I responded to every single tweet in Fantasy World. And I said, I promise you, everything I do is to bring home a championship. To bring home a championship. And
Go ahead. Oh, I'm just saying you actually did very well taking over Awesome Kong than Gail Kim, because Gail Kim doesn't have any points this year, and Awesome Kong has already got one. So.
But do you see how sexy Gail Kim was? I mean, I just watched Impact. We're gonna do our Impact review.
Sure.
Dude, I always found her to be absolutely hot and amazing. I mean, I think it was. You think the Lucha Underground interview was awkward, dude? I wish I had the archive of the Gail Kim interview. The Gail Kim interview was so awkward that producers, because it was in radio, not on YouTube, producers walked in and like, this is too awkward. This is too awkward. And to this day, I don't think Gail Kim has had a more awkward conversation. I love Gail Kim. With that said, the older she gets, the more beautiful she gets.
I know.
I think she's a demon woman. I can't put my finger on it, but she is beautiful and only gets way better looking. And it's so funny too, because like we have a list. Like me and my wife, we were joking because like I don't know about if you know this, but like a long time ago there was this conversation on television and on that every couple has a list, and like they're like, okay, you can have a list, and like we'll have 5 people each if we meet a celebrity. And I kid you not, I only needed one. I was like, no, Gail Kim. Just the only girl I need on the list. That's it. If it's another celebrity, I'm like, nope, sorry. Hey, you're not on the list. You could have been, but I gave up 4 spots. I gave up 4 spots. Gail Kim is my only celebrity. She is beautiful in every way of the word. And she only gets better looking. How is that possible? I feel like I fell in love with her like 19 years ago. How is she still better looking every day? Forsaken says I'm picking up the American. You fucking! I should poke you right in the eye, Forsaken.
I'm just saying.
And Josh. Okay, now we're getting to deals. Joshua Green says I'm not sure who was dropped at the beginning of the podcast. Joined 18 minutes in. Is it possible for me to pick up free agents before the end of the weekend? I like them better than my own team. Yeah. All these comments and all this stuff is not into effect until next Saturday. So, like, if you're like, yeah, I got John Cena, and John Cena wins everything, it doesn't, like, so I think the actual first event that free agents will be swapped will be WrestleMania. It will be WrestleMania weekend, or WrestleMania event. So, yeah, I just want to make sure that that's clear. All right.
So what we have on paper right now is your actual teams. I'm just trying to be clear with everybody. Like Dave, if he wanted to trade, not that it's going to ever happen, of course, but if he traded like Ryback for a John Cena, and that happened during the week, John Cena gets points, but it's actually towards player dice until we actually make it all final.
The odds of player dice doing trading John Cena are so slim. Because here's the thing: player dice, he risked a lot to get John Cena. Like if you go back and watch the draft show, he risked a lot. The #1 draft pick, the keeper rule, he just risked it all. He won the NXT. He won the NXT draft to get that. And risked it all to get John Cena. So. Yeah,
that was actually.
I don't see John Cena ever leaving Player Dies and all that, but Player Dies has this thick skin to take the John Cena hate. I don't know if I could win a trophy and have John Cena on my roster and feel good about myself.
I could.
Rob's like, I'm done. I got the trophy, baby. Woo! All right.
That was actually another question I wanted to ask for Rob, because I know Rob pays a whole lot of attention to Lucha Underground. If he was actually interested, maybe say in a couple months, maybe in June or so, if you wanted to have a developmental like we did with NXT last year, and he can keep track, him and Ewok can keep track of Lucha Underground for whoever wins that would win a first round draft pick of next year.
I'll think about it. It'll all come down to whether or not I get to start with Ricochet.
No.
Yeah, so because and we'll keep tweaking it to make it more and more fun. We've had a lot of suggestions. We're just doing it slowly but surely. So, all right. I think that's it. Forsaken, say your last piece.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Let me be respectful. This is a fantasy wrestling game report. Dungeon Master Forsaken.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. What's your last piece? What's your last statement? The stage is yours. We're wrapping up.
All right. I just wanted to thank Ewok, Dave, and Rob for all that they do, and just have fun with this. Just actually get interactive with this. If you want to trade some people, now's the time to do it, right before WrestleMania, and just have fun. That's why we're doing this, and that's the most important thing. Just have fun, be cool with it. Don't take it to heart.
All right, Rob, your last statement.
Wuhan Nation is proud to be part of the Turkeymaniacs, and he sends a fond farewell to iJapan as he makes his way to the American shores to begin his career with the WWE.
iJapan's the type of cat that doesn't forget stuff.
Oh yeah.
All I'm
Hold
saying
on,
is
it says down there, though, that I'm holding him to wait for a trade offer from iJapan.
Gotcha. Yeah, he might trade with our team.
I'm not just letting him float around free for anyone to grab.
The best part is I can see you coming to Japan. You're like, wow, I finally made it to Tokyo. Wow, I'm at Dave's house. Oh, nice house. And there's just this giant Asian man who punches you in the chest. And I'm like, what's going on?
All over Wuhan Nation.
Is it worth the risk?
It might be. It's Wuhan Nation.
All right. All right. So, also, tell them about your channel because you're building up a Let's Play channel. You need to pimp that out. Be like, hey, Internet Inventory, I need you now more than ever.
How come I didn't hear about this?
What's that?
I said, how come I didn't hear about this? I watch a lot of Let's Play channels too.
Man,
oh, shit.
I advertise this like all the shows I'm on at the end. I guess now we know Forsaken doesn't listen to the end. I guess now we know the truth.
I
do. I just never know your YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, it's SIDUAKAL, and I do Let's Plays, and I've been putting up at least one thing a day now for a while, and plan to keep at least one thing a day going. And I'm cycling through more casual roguelikes, and also doing like MOBAs, and right now the main gameplay through is Far Cry 4.
Okay,
and also
wow.
I keep naming people after Internet Infantry members on Darkest Dungeon, and they keep dying. I'm sorry, iJapan's dead on it.
No.
Yeah.
Am I on this? I just subscribed, by the way. Just to let you know.
You're not on the army part yet. I haven't recruited a guy that's Forsaken enough yet. I'm holding out to see if I find some sort of demon or some shit.
Gotcha. Sounds good to me.
Boom Boom's there, though.
Oh, he is. Wow, nice.
And now that I put, you know, as a guy who's done this YouTube thing once or twice, those first couple subscribers, and it's very important. So head over there, definitely support them, and check it out. And who knows, maybe I'll make an appearance to ruin your channel the way you make appearances to ruin mine.
Like, all right, that's going to be the end of this episode. Oh, no, not yet, Rob. Like, no,
just pure revenge. All right, like, comment, and subscribe. I would tell you to go to the blog, but every time I tell you to go to the blog, you guys crash it. It's not like one aspect of our... Thank you for crashing our blog. Dear... That's the best way. So like, comment, subscribe. We have a lot planned for today. There will be a TNA review. There'll be a dream. And we plan on doing a lot. All right. And WrestleMania week, we'll definitely do a lot. And we're also going to try to get a Fave 5 going. I want to do a Fave 5 with just members of the Internet Infantry. A lot of time we do it with other YouTubers, but it would be cool. I know Fran Yelly, Andy Paps, those guys have talked about it in the past, and Forsaken's in on it. I'm not sure about Ewok. I think Ewok's like, I don't know, maybe Ewok doesn't speak English. He only writes English. Maybe he speaks, what do the Ewoks speak? Did the Ewoks speak English, or do they just like, they have their own language? Like,
well, yeah, I think he's actually in the UK, I think so, in England, so he might...
So you think, well, you know, the UK accepts any tourist, so, you know, I thought he's originally from Endor, obviously, because it's Ewok from Endor.
Yeah, he got his visa and he made it there.
Yeah. Do you think, so you think he could speak English? All right, so we'll see.
I think so. Yeah.
We'll see. When we start talking about if Ewoks could speak English, I think that's the time to end the blog. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you, Ewok. Thank you, Forsaken. Rob. You know, I appreciate it. You know, I don't know if you're worthy of a thank you. Maybe just
thank you, Rob.
Like, it's one of those things where, like, I could see everyone lined up, like, the internet infantry lined up, like, oh, thank you, internet infantry, it means a lot. Then see Ewok, we shake his hand, be like, thank you, it means a lot. And then I see Forsaken, and be like, shake his hand, say thank you, it means a lot. Give him a little man hug, but not too long, just in case, you know, he wonders, hey, is he gay? Nah, he smells too bad to be gay. And then I go to you and be like, all right, let's just go, Rob, we gotta go. 2 more shows scheduled for tonight. Will we fail? Only time will tell. Like, comment, subscribe. With that, I am over.